Now from the host city of so many Pro Bowls, we're on the island of Oahu in the capital city of Honolulu, Hawaii. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Titans of Honolulu. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. And if you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You talk about this Titan defense.
Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so fourth from the bottom, Charles. And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
Pass the 60, pass the 60. 7 Pirates.
On play action, they'll throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
The Titans had 5-11 on the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
And tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. He'll look to throw. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Hey, check that. Street. Hurt.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. Down the right sideline, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DJ Moore, 45 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Willis. Pressure comes, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack.
Panther 11.
He'll drop to throw. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 4th down, Willis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Hey, check that.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready up.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Down right around the 25. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That one was thrown into the end zone, and when they made a play on the ball, it was actually tipped up in the air. And that's not ideal for anyone on defense because what you're ordinarily taught is to knock the ball down towards the ground, almost like a volleyball player coming over the top and spiking it to make sure that the offensive guys can't catch it on the rebound.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Juwan Johnson from 10 yards out. And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Cougar 19.
Willis looking to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Here we go. Shot.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
To throw, here's Willis. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
2nd and 6. And his pass incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Hustle.
Now back to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, this from 37. Myers' kick is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points. But that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
It's 2nd and
Warriors,
inches.
70.
Back to throw, Willis. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
That's good for a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard
Come on.
line.
And quickly to the outside, that's caught by Lamb. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st down, Willis. Flush to his right. He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Let's go. 65 cat, 65 cat. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Go.
To throw, here's Willis. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
On the set.
2nd and 11.
Mustang 19.
Now Willis to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On now is the Titans punter. DJ Moore is back deep waiting for it. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. Broken tackle. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble.
Okay,
they come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Ready.
And this will be caught by Mooney. Down the left sideline and all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Open man right side is Tony. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brings up 3rd down.  3rd. 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 3rd.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Play action. Willis. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Reload.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here's Willis. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Mooney, the motion man right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. And my goodness, another interception. Down the sideline he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Again, it's Henry. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Khalil Mack with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Hurt! Hurt! Right there, hurt!
Willis, fourth down, has to have it. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Check!
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
1st and 10, Willis. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 32 that time. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Come on. Set. Alert.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Let's go now.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Henry. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They go play action with Willis. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Willis will try and throw for this. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Get it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That one looks like he'll throw here. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
60 Bobcats.
They'll drop to throw. This one goes underneath to Walker, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Finding Walker complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Walker is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
60 Vikings.
No gain on the play.
Second and 3. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have